good, and we're off in week 2. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On play action, Allen going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. From the gun, Lawrence throwing right, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
56.
Allen now on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jayon Brown coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Check. All 52. Regular. Hey, echo.
Here's Allen. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time. Mike Brown.
On second and 11 now. Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Toss play to Balaj. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Allen now looks to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing is Allen on third. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They got 29 yards that time. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Zoo.
Second and 13. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run here with Balaj. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 15-yard line. Ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. To the air, Allen. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Jaguars nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On the draw, Connor. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on third down, Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep. That's caught at the 25. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. On the toss, here's Balaj. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A run with counter on 1st down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is our time, guys. This is our time.
X3, 218, chop.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Delta. Take go.
Back to throw. Lawrence to Connor on the check down. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, it's Nelson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Strip that ball.
Get it.
2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll find Metcalf.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now the rookie's free. A big-time play there for the Texans. 49 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Kalen Ballage with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Big river.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now He's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 10 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down now. It's Connor, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. There he goes, right side. And he will score. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Escaping the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Zerline good with a PAT. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go, D.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
First down, Houston.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Stop here, D.
Balaj. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Balaj. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a run with Balaj. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Recon, 132 fighter, 60 Pittsburgh.
Brings up second and 9 at the 18-yard
Check 26, check 26.
Hey, exit. Hit it.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. Now he's forced out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing on third and long. Lawrence dancing, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Balaj. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run it with Balaj. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence steps away to his left. He'll try it, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. on 3rd and long. Lawrence flushed out right. He may try and run for them. And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punching the end zone without turning it over.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
2 times. Out. 3 down. Out.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Well, Charles,